Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into Crypto Mainly. My name's Lee. 270 subscribers now on my YouTube channel. Thank you ever so much, guys. The channel's only been going just over a month now, as you know. And most of those 270 subscribers I actually know and have been in contact with over the last couple of years. So a very nice, intelligent 270 subscribers already, and looking forward to that growing. But thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Please do turn on the bell for notifications. There's a lot happening from the first of next month. Some contractual changes for myself, meaning that I can do certain things, like, for example, launch my own Telegram group, make my Twitter, come to life, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. So please, if you could, just follow me over on Twitter at CryptoMainly. Please do like and subscribe on the videos, and I will provide updates as time goes on. With the up and coming things, so I'm really looking forward to that. So thanks, guys. Also, NFTs are still available over on OpenSea. Links are in the description below. And obviously, what with the market being down at the moment, it's probably a good time to think about buying one if you're thinking about it at all. Prices will be going up gradually in time, and there will be a number of things which I'll be using, sort of utility wise. And the back end of the NFTs as time goes on. Unfortunately, can't give you the details of that specifics because of some red tape and legalities. But it's a good time. I can't actually, can't recommend you officially to buy an NFT, but they're there. They're good prices at the moment, in my opinion, with the market being down. And I hope that they provide good value for the people that own them over the course of the near and distant future. So thanks ever so much, guys. Just jump into the content. So this is a trade which I opened. We broke this local high here on Bitcoin, so I opened a small position here with the stop loss just below the support there. So we've got a falling wedge. We've broken out. We've also broke the local high. The volume is a little bit on the sort of small side, which is a bit concerning. And there does look as though there's like a tweezer top which is formed there. So I'm keeping a close eye on this trade. But obviously, if you've seen my risk management video, then you'll know that there's you can see from here there's a $250 risk, versus a $500 gain. So, my risk is well carefully managed. And if you'd like to watch that video, I will put a link to that on the end of this video, so you can have a look at the risk management and profiling. And I would recommend that video to you guys. Okay, next up, this is the total chart. I'm just trying to get an overall view. Really, Bitcoin's been going sideways for some time now. In this range, rising channel which broke down. Now we've got a descending wedge which is breaking to the upside. So we are basically still ranging. So trying to get an overall picture of what's happening in the market. I do feel that that 22 to 24,000. Bitcoin sort of low, maybe even a little bit below 22,000 now looking at the charts, but I do think that that we're going to possibly see those lows at some point in the near future, possibly within the next sort of 2 to 4 weeks, I would say. Looking at a number of different things, but if we look at the total chart here, you can see that the candle body low here, so candle body lows here. You can see that the price did come down, right the way to the very base of the wick lows here. But you will notice that the price is trying to creep back above that candle body low there. So that the candle body low is at which is at 1.199 trillion. So it's actually the purple dotted line. The purple price just here. If we do get a daily close, this is a daily chart that we're looking at. If we do get a close above there, then obviously then we'll be looking to try and get above these range highs here. But the market isn't quite hanging up its boots quite yet. It's still trying to battle away, and it'd be interesting to see if we do close today above that 1.2 trillion mark. Because then we'll be keeping a close eye. I mean, I suppose we could see something like this on the total market cap, where we see us come back up, come back down, retest the lows again, and then get the W sensation up through resistance, a little bit like what we've seen here. But at the moment, looking at this, I mean, the market isn't quite ready to hang up its boots yet, and and until these lower supports are broken, and we get continuation. I mean, you could look at it that we've broken the candle body low already, which is true. We've had candle body lows lower than this, but if you note, if you just have a quick look, if you notice the candle body lows here, we broke them and broke lower here, and we broke them and we broke lower here. So you've got low, a lower low and a lower low on the candle body closes here on a bigger scale, but you've got lows, lower lows and lower lows here again on this smaller scale. So I need to sort of get out of the mindset that we're going to have this, based on this chart, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. I mean, this looks dreadful, and I just don't. Looking at this on the face of things over the last, my last video and things, I kind of said, well, I think this is all over now. This is looking like the Ethereum Bitcoin valuation is going to pop back up, roll over, and then likely come back down to the 78.6, which is the low part of this range, all the way down here. But I just, just playing with numbers and things and looking at the charts over the last couple of days, I just wanted to show you that if we look at the Bitcoin chart here on this chart here, I remember very clearly, and some of the guys in my previous Telegram group will know that when we got to this level down the bottom here, and we'd broken the weekly lows, we'd lost weekly support. We got to this level, and it was just around about the time really when I said, no, I think that's it. We kind of, things are all looking really dreadful now, and and the market's sort of turned, and we're going to continue lower. Interestingly, that's where we are now. We're at the same sort of levels, but this was the point where it turned around. And I remember very clearly that I was one of the last people, sort of influencer-wise, that I'm aware of, that was saying, still being bullish all the way down here. And I was sort of one of the last people to say, no, okay, fair enough, it looks like I was wrong and we're going to carry on downwards. And I can't help but think we're at the same sort of position here, and there is something just niggling away at me to say, that I'm kind of doubting my own analysis again about the Wyckoff accumulation, which I've felt that all of this is a Wyckoff, and this is the spring. If I just show you that, I'm sure that you've seen it on the previous videos, guys. But if I just show you what I'm talking about, it's actually easier to show you. So yeah, so this is the chart that I've been talking about, guys, and this was Wyckoff the last time when I was calling it before. Not on my own, obviously there were other people that called it as well, but the same again here. We've got this dotted line here, which is the weekly support. You've got it there, and we've got it here again, and we've broken down, and this still looks to me to be this sort of capitulation of this spring. And what I'm wondering is everybody seems to be now looking for this 22 to 24 low, and I'm I just can't help but wonder if we're going to get this bounce that takes us up into having at least sort of a positive bounce and some nice Bitcoin moves to the upside throughout the summer. Maybe perhaps we go sideways through the summer and still get a reasonable alt season. I just can't seem to sort of put that to bed that's not going to happen. And I just wanted to show you something else, really, guys. I'm skipping around charts here, so apologies for doing that. But this point here on this chart, where where I lost sort of. Let me just call up a different chart. Sorry, let's look at this one. So this point here, when I said that that I'd sort of lost the my hopes and dreams, and said that it was going to continue downwards. If we look at that in terms of the date at the bottom of the screen, you can see that was the 20th of July 2021. So if we go back to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart now, where that appears on this chart is in the center, just in there. So the 20th of July is around this area here. Okay, so if we just look at a fresh chart, we look at where the area is for the 20th of July 2021. It's actually in this range here. Okay, so I'll just turn that magnet off. It's in this range here. Now if I draw you know, the highs and lows of that range. So if I just hover there, you can see at the bottom of the screen, at the bottom there, it says it's the 20th of July. So you can, there you go. So you can see it's the 20th of July. And lo and behold, you know, we are at the same kind of support and resistance lines on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Now, the reason I like to start and, you know, draw a new chart, fresh chart with fresh eyes every now and then is I've been looking at this chart for a long time. And as you can see, you've got this, you know, this broadening, wedge pattern here. Where I've been looking at it for so long, you kind of get tuned into the fact that this is gospel. But in actual fact, when you start to look at this, you can actually see that there are some key areas of you know, where the price is actually just ranging. You've got like a high point at the top there. You know, you've got the low points here, which is pretty well what I've drawn out already. And you've got a mid range as well, which is going to be, you know, somewhere there. And if you look at it like that, it actually, you know, this could well be just a huge sideways consolidation range on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. You know, looking at it with fresh eyes. But you know, this is the thing with, you know, with technical analysis, is it is open to a certain amount of interpretation. But I thought that was interesting, that this area here where we were kind of losing hope the last time, you know, we are bouncing off that area where I was losing the hope in the market, you know, in July 2021. And so, guys, I'm not looking to get anybody's hopes up unnecessarily. You know, we've got to be realistic about this. And as you can see from, you know, Bitcoin does look like it is going to take that dip down, you know, to the lows of the range. But, you know, you know, you can see even on the Ethereum chart, you know, the lows of this range is 1700, the very lows. And you can see that we bounced from there, and we're trying to work our way back above this candle body close here again. So you've got your candle body closes here, which is at around sort of 1786. So that red figure there is the top red dotted line, and the lower one, the 1700, is the lower dotted red line there. But you can see, you know, the market is, again, it's trying to sort of keep everyone's hopes and dreams alive. You know, if the support holds long enough, then we will get a bounce and the market could turn around. And the thing that makes me say that is, obviously, as I say, that so many people are looking for the low 22 to 24 range now, that it seems that, you know, Bitcoin won't make it that easy for people. And the way everybody's looking at that range now, everyone's waiting for that range to buy back in, and all the rest of it. Then, you know, Bitcoin is renowned to not do what people expect. So, you know, the unexpected thing would be for us to turn, you know, would be for us to break out and break higher again. So we've been looking at this chart for a while. We are still just about inside the small blue circle, the small blue triangle there. You can see we are trying to break our way down, but, you know, again, we talked about this being the low, this wick low here, which is the blue price there, 26,600. We haven't come down to that price again yet. And as I said previously, we could look back and it be similar to here, where this wick low here is similar to this wick low here, where it was either you know, at or very close to the very bottom of the range, as you can see here. So it might be that we do get some wicks, you know, wicks down to that 26,600, and then we get the lift off. It's possible, but you know, guys, there's so much negativity around and things. I just thought I'd put my thoughts out there. You know, going by the face of things of how the market looks generally, you know, starting with the Bitcoin chart, it does look like it's very likely that we are going to see, you know, the lows of this range once as we've said on this chart before. I'll just go over it again quickly, but, you know, you've got this support line here, which is similar to this one here, and you get these retests of that support. If we look at the got the 100-day moving average on there. If I take that off, if I put the 200-day moving average on, this is the one which is more interesting. As you can see, that once we lose the support here, we come down, we bounce along, we have another attack at it, and you'll see that where the support meets the 200 moving average on a daily time frame, it's very similar to what's happened here. You know, we've lost the support, we've bounced along, we've had a couple of attacks at the support actually, and then once we come up against the 200 moving average, the same as we did here, and the support and the 200 moving average was enough to get the price to sort of collapse and roll over, which I thought was very interesting. And if we go onto the onto a weekly time frame, and I've shown you guys this before in a video, so please bear with me for those who've already seen this. But you know, when we get onto a weekly time frame, and you add the 100 moving day, the 100. We're now on a weekly time frame, so this will be the 100 weekly moving average. This is on a log scale, guys. You can see that I get it in the right place for you. You can see that in the past, once we lose the green line, which is the 100 weekly moving average, we come down and we test the 200 weekly moving average. And the same here, you know, once we lose the green 100 moving average, we come down and we test the 200 moving average. Same again here, even in the COVID crash, we lost the 100 moving average, come down to the 200 moving average. And then most recently, we've lost the 100 moving average, and we are coming down, and we are sort of approaching this 200 moving average. Incidentally, 200 moving average is the blue price at the bottom there, which is just over $22,000 at today's prices. So as time goes on, if the price continues to sort of sneak down, that price will also sort of flatten off and you know, start to go down as well. But if we do get a bounce, of course, and we start to move up back up to the back up to that 100-day moving average, which the 100-day is the green price there, which is 36,860. I mean, if we do get a bounce up to there, like a relief rally, and we come up to there and then we roll over and then come back down later, you know, that is a possibility. I mean, at the moment, until we find out what's happening with the support on these, you know, it's very difficult to say. You know, we've got some sort of bullish price action now on short-term time frames for Bitcoin, but I mean, these short-term pumps are not going to really mean very much until we get above this sort of high here. So this high here is at the 31,460. Okay, so that's the significant high of this range, and until if we got above there, then you know we would have some hope of further bullish price action. But you know, as you can see, we've got a way to go to get up to there. We've also got a descending support line which we would need to break before we got up to that point as well. On the flip side of that, on the downside, guys, you've got this this wick low here, which is going to be, you know, the key. We don't want to be seeing prices close down below there. In actual fact, it's probably more likely, I would say, I would go by these candle body lows here. If we start to see any closes below that 28,388, so say 28,400 for round numbers. So if we start to see, you know, if this price rolls over, comes down and closes below the 28,400, then you know we are going to see those the lows of the range. But I mean, breaking out from this, you know, this falling wedge pattern, you know, the target for that is the top of the wedge. So it's going to be these highs here, so somewhere around the 30,500 mark. As you can see, my target to take profit is a little bit on the conservative side, but the actual measured move of this falling wedge breakout would take us back up to the 30,500 mark, and then we'd have to have another look then to see what's happening with the price then. Okay, guys, hopefully that's been helpful. Hopefully you've not been affected too badly by the market dynamics of late and the lunar situation and everything. Generally hope that none of you are suffering too badly for that. If you are, then you know, please bear in mind it might seem like it's the end of the world for you at this point in time. No matter how bad your situation is, just take care of yourself, look after your health, and look forward to a brighter future, because you know things will turn around, the market will turn around. You know, dust yourself off, perhaps start to rebuild again, and look forward to the next part of the cycle. Because in my opinion, we've only got 6 to 9 months left of this sort of bear cycle, and then we will be on the run up to the halving of May 2024. And as I've said before, Plan B's model does suggest in the next cycle that Bitcoin could get up to 500,000 per coin. So let's look forward to that. Okay, guys, thanks ever so much for listening. Please do like, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. Always remember, guys, take profits and buy something real. Take care.